we'll keep it pretty simple today. So I'm still looking at Bitcoin possibly being rejected at this 38 fib line. It's definitely struggling to make its way up. It sort of was, just I'm on the smaller time frames at the moment, but it was building a bit of a ascending wedge, and we did get a breakthrough, but it's popped back down. I'm not super confident in the market right now. I think after this bullish move we've had for like 2 or 3 weeks, where we saw a lot of coins go on some decent runs, and although the volume picked up, I don't believe there's a lot of new money coming into the market. So it may have been a little bit more of a shift around of money. The volumes were not there to really push the market the way it was going. So it's really struggling now. I know, after we saw a bit of red, everything was bleeding. We've had a couple of little green candles here on BTC, and it sort of propped the market back up, and they're sort of just trying to go that little bit further. And I won't lie, there's a couple of coins that have done some good moves even over the last day or so. But I can't see them being sustainable. So I'm still pretty bearish on the market, but I'm not sitting here trying to short everything, because I want confirmation. And right now, I'm not really getting the confirmation. It's if we had seen a strong rejection off the 38 and started to head down, then I would have been pretty confident to jump out of any alt trades I'm in and look at shorting the MEX pairs. But right now, it's still, I don't know. There's coins going on runs. There's coins taking dips. There's coins going sideways. BTC struggling to push up. It's just it's an awkward time, and I think it's just generally when the market's a bit weary or indecisive, generally means a big move's coming, and I can't, in my head, I can't see a big move upwards coming. In my opinion, the next big move is going to be downwards. Not that I'm alarmed. I don't really care if it goes down. The money making's in the price action, not the price of BTC. And it's only going to give me some nice entries to get back into some other coins and look at trading them back up again. So right now on BTC, I'm pretty bearish, but I'm not making any moves because I want to see something actually happen. I'll move on to the 4 hour. You might get a clearer indications how we are still struggling to break that 38 line. RSI moved right up, and we still haven't really made a higher high. We did sort of briefly catch over this consolidation, but we did have a wick up here, which we still haven't broken. I would really want to be seeing this sort of move to play out to really be considered that the market's still not bullish overall, but temporary bullish. I wouldn't say we're on our way to 20 grand or anything like that, but definitely some healthy moves in the market on BTC. Some alts, BNB. I don't know what the hell's going on with this. I don't want to trade it because it's just everything about it just tells me that it's got to come down, and you don't know where targets are. You could use fib extensions, but I don't even know where you'd start your fib extension. So to me, I'm just not trading it. I've got a couple that I just have in my account for trading fees that it's too out of control. If you were jumping in now on this small pullback, you got to ask yourself, where do you think it's going? We've just done 200 and something percent. What was it since that move back here, sort of thing? 230%. But where do you think it's going now? It's all-time high. It's probably the only coin in the top sort of 100 in the decent market caps that has held its price through this bearish downtrend, and it's now making all-time highs. It's just crazy. I mean, dollar-wise, no, but sat-wise, it's all-time high. You just don't know where it's going to stop and when it's going to pull back. It's just, to me, it's too risky. So I'm just not even trading it. You'll hear people say, "Oh, did you get on BNB? It just did 20%." I'm like, I don't care. It shouldn't go 20%, so I don't care. ICX, we just got a nice little pump, which was good. I took a lucky dip off this 38 fib line the other day, and it's doing okay. Now, I sort of picked this 23 fib line here. I think I was using, I can't remember what it was now, but I was using something else, and and noticed a level of resistance here that could be broken, and we could sort of potentially go up. So I was looking for that double top reversal to come back down, in which case I probably would have sold what I had. I think I didn't have much, but I bought some down here around 700. I'd look at selling and possibly rebuying back down here. If we break above, I was going to hold on to it and, look for the next. I might be a little bit bullish on this, but I'm just looking at this market structure and there's not a whole lot there. So I can see this sort of going on a decent run if it does start to break up. So I'm kind of keen to keep an eye on ICX for now. OMG, still sort of sitting down on that level. I've been slowly accumulating this guy down here. OMT's done some crazy shit. Power's had some pumps. Sky's making its way back down. I still haven't got an entry yet. I like to buy Sky around 260. Anything lower than 260, so I'm sort of waiting for that to come down a little bit more at the moment. Hasn't quite got there, but it's getting close. I like to give this thing some time. It does settle itself down. LTC went on another crazy run. I blame Marcus for this one. Unfortunately, I sold way too early on this thing. It just looked too bearish with this triple top sort of inverse, this head and shoulders. I was sort of looking for it to come down. Not that I was shorting. I was actually still holding a position on Binance. But I exited on this dip here. And unfortunately, that was a silly move because it ended up doing another 10% or something from where I sold, 16%. Yep. This thing, look, there's some information around there that this thing's going to pump. I'm sure some of you guys would have seen some posts regarding the halving. The LTC mining halving comes a lot earlier than BTC. So a lot of people believe that could be the cause of the next bull run and LTC may lead the market. Spectro's been spitting out some big exhaustion signals here for some time. So I'm iffy at it. I'm really iffy at it. I know there's talk of it going higher, but the TA is sort of saying it needs to retrace sooner or later. On the daily here, I'll put the range on, the date range, and you can see from about here, it's been 83 days or 82 days without dropping below and having a swing low. So, to me, it really needs to have a harsh retracement or come back down. But who knows when this trend will end. I guess what you could probably do is maybe on the higher time frames, look at potentially Ichimoku. Looking for that trend reversal. Right now, it's saying it's quite strong. The Ichi cloud is pointing up and it's green, so that's sort of a good confirmation that the trend is pushing quite well. A fair amount of volatility, some volume. Lag line's still way away from the candles. It's hard to see here, but it almost looks like the base conversion. No, it hasn't crossed it. It got a little bit close here. Obviously, on this red candle, sort of forced the faster moving average or the EMA down a little bit, but it hasn't crossed or anything, and it looks like it's almost starting to diverge again as well. So, if this downtrend, if this pullback isn't as harsh, then this could just keep going. And looking at this, the major resistance is probably going to be up around here somewhere. This will be the hardest spot for it to break. There may be a hold up a little bit lower, so that might be the first top, but we might see a little bit of a push to try and break that level just after that. But jumping in now to trade it, although there's gains there, let me have a look. That's still nearly a 20% move to that high there, or that last level of consolidation. Although there's a position there, it's one of those moves where you're chasing the pump. You should have been in. If you were looking to take a trade out to here, you would have been finding the bottom here, trading that breakout on the Ichimoku, and you'd be waiting for the trend to break to jump out. Whereas jumping in now, you've missed. Let's say if you're just using Ichimoku, you would have jumped in around here somewhere. Out of a potential 100% run, you're going to jump in at the last 80% or so, or 70, 75%. It's pretty risky. It's a bit of a silly move, but definitely is potential to trade that. What else are we looking at? Dash. I've been keen on Dash to play out, but it still hasn't really made its move yet. I like the setup. I'd really like the setup, and that that 50 line here is holding decent support at the moment. And you can see there using, well, I've got Ichimoku on, you can see that there's a fair amount of support there as well. Just turn that off so we can get rid of it a little bit. There's definitely support here at the 50, and we've had a few touches now and a nice decent wicks to the downside on the 61A. So it shows that there is some buying pressure here, and there's people who are quite happy to accumulate. But it's just taken a long time to play out. It's a bit of a pain. I know patience is a key to swing trading, but sometimes when a trade setup takes a little bit long to play out, then sometimes it's not going to play out. So I sometimes abandon ship, but I will hold this, and hopefully we get the breakout, and that'll be a good one as well. But just may need some more time. Not too sure. There's a couple of chats there. That's just people talk. Is there any questions there, or is that mainly just people talking?
No questions.
No questions, just talking. Cool. Look at one more. Ian J. Again, this is another one, and I think Raven was sort of the same sort of thing. If you're using your TA and you're looking at indicators and all that sort of stuff, there is no way you're buying this thing. Like you potentially could have bought this pullback consolidation here after that run with the intention that there might be another FOMO dumb pump money. But at the same time, it's a super risky move because there's any chance that just drops straight back down. But whoever's still buying up here, you just got to ask yourself, what are you seeing? For someone to buy here, where are you trying to go? Are you trying to scalp that last 25%? Although 25% is a good trade, are you trying to, do you believe that this is going to crack that high? Like, that's a really risky trade. I would try and take a 25% trade here. Whoops. That's a better trade. You know, buying down here to shoot for 25% than it is trying to buy here and shoot for 25%. Even though the gains are the same, you got to think to yourself, what's probably a more likely chance to play out, a 25% pump here or a 25% pump here. That's why you don't chase trades. And Raven's doing the same thing. I was checking it out earlier and just shaking my head thinking, what the hell is going on? But yeah, that's moved up higher. I swear that's moved up higher. 820. Oh, no, maybe I think it got there earlier. No, it has moved up higher. So again, this has had some crazy pumps. Volume's dropping off. RSI is moving high again. Price is moving up. It's heading back towards another all-time high. That was the all-time high with the Binance listing. Bit of resistance there, which is where it's at right now. So again, trying to jump in this and trying to catch that last 25% again, it's just super risky. Super, super risky. And these are normally the people who get burnt. You think of all the people, you see these wicks here. Yeah, these are people buying here, and these people most likely held it all the way down here. And now they're seeing it move going, yeah, lucky I held. They're trying to break even. Or if they're dumb enough, it will hit here because they think it's going to $1,000 and then it will fall back down again and they still won't sell. So don't chase pumps. It's the worst.